Well, it's been a long time since I've made a video, and I'm going to give you an update on some things that we've been working on this spring that I just have decided not to tape because it's just digging and shoveling. Anyways, let me turn you around and you can see what I'm talking about. We've been putting down the crusher dust. I had originally wanted to put in shale, but you can't buy it. Something to do with the being acidic or something like that. I'm getting swarmed by black flies. They've been in the house. Well, no, I've been in the house, and it's been so cold that the black flies have taken a break, and today they're out in full glory. So here it is. We're almost done. If you look here, we have to put some more fabric under that cedar there and bring it back in and work on this entrance back here. But everything else is pretty much done except for leveling and fine-tuning everything. We've had to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shrubs that did not survive over the winter. So I'm on the far side of the circle. And the circle, we measured it, is 50 feet wide by 50 feet wide. That's a big circle. We had no clue. Anyways, some of the little annuals and weeds are coming in around the rock. My grandson loves to play on that rock, so I'm excited about that. It'll grow in. I'll start weeding it more. It's just hard with the bugs and everything. And one day, you won't be able to see in the inside from the outside. That's the plan anyways. And I got a couple of PVC chairs, or it's like lumber, but it's vinyl, or I don't know what you call it. But anyways, they're comfortable and they have a couple of drink holders, so we can sit out here now. Once the bugs dissipate, that'll be good. The unfortunate part is my redbud died. Well, it's alive at the bottom, but not at the top. And that's a next year problem. That's not a this year problem, because I don't have the money or the emotional fortitude to actually have to dig that up and start again. So that's a next year problem. Right here, this is the edge of the fabric to the grass section. And we haven't come in and refined it yet, but we will. We're going to add more gravel around the outside edge. And then over here, we had a problem with drainage, and that area sunk, and one of my plants died. So anyways, we've been filling it up with extra dirt that we've had coming out from the plantings and piling it there. And we'll pull the fabric back and fix it. And here's some of the plants that we've had to replace. Here is the center rock. Just giving you a view of what it looks like when you're on the inside of it. These chairs are really comfortable, and what's nice about them is they fold up, and we have the cup holders for drinks. That black fencing really helped keep the deer out of the roses. I just want to give a big thank you to my 2 daughters, Amanda and Brooklyn, and my husband Jeff, for helping me get this done. They gave up their time to do this on a few weekends, and I really appreciate it. So now I'm going to take you up to the meadow area where we've been adding some plants, and we've started putting in the posts for the lattice house. So I'm going to take you up there and show you what's been going on. Here we are at the beginning of the lattice house. We've got 4 posts in so far. We have 4 more to go. I'll take you around to the back. So here's the back. That is 10 feet wide. And in this my frame of my camera, it does not look 10 feet, but it is. It's 8 feet deep. And we're still trying to work out what kind of roof we're going to put on it. First I wanted lattice, and then I wanted waterproof. And we're still trying to decide how to do that. I looked at a couple of things at Home Depot, but I just wasn't satisfied. What I'd really like is some old barn roofing, some corrugated rusted metal. So maybe I'll find that on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace. This is the post hole digger that my husband's been using, and it's been a godsend, but it is still pretty hard work. So after 4 posts, he said he needed a break, and we didn't even touch it this weekend. We were trying to fix up the secret garden and get those shrubs replaced. So a couple of weekends ago, we brought the bird bath up here that was at the front of the house, and I really like it here. And once all the plants grow up, it will be so nice. It'll just look like it's floating in all the meadow plants. I have been digging and separating lots of my perennials, and I've also grown a lot from seed. Now the ones that I've grown from seed are too small to put up here yet, but they're going to make it up here sometime. They just got to get some heat to grow, and then this place will be magical. And I think I'm going to be adding more plants to this side as well, just to fill in and make it cohesive so that both sides have some of the same plants. Right now, the alliums are doing a great job. I got those at Costco a couple of years ago, and some of them have come back, and I really love the look of those in the meadow, and the deer don't touch them. Now, for the past few years that I've been in the garden club, we have been able to get a group buy on some shrubs and trees. And this year I got a admiration oak, which is in the background behind the bees there. And in front is something. I'll put that up on the screen. It's a crabapple that has a tiny yellow fruit. And then way over there, it looks like a little stick, we got a Kentucky coffee tree. Now, my husband wanted that. He thought that was just the coolest thing. Anyways, I'll keep you updated on how they're growing. They look like they're doing well. They haven't gone into shock or anything. Bees are doing well this year. We're down to 4 hives, and that's kind of how I want to leave it. When we get up to 6 or 8, it's just too much work for me. It's just too much legging, and I just don't have the strength anymore. But I do love my bees, and I'm hoping that they're pollinating all the farmers' crops around here too. As you come up my steps, if you've been following along for a while, you know that I have Annabelle Hydrangeas on both sides of the landing. Well, this side all had died over the winter. There's nothing there. I've had to replace the hydrangeas with new hydrangeas, and I just got Annabelle because I love Annabelle. And I had a rose bush that looked like it was dead. My husband dug it out, got the axe to it. It wasn't dead, but it had died right down to the bottom, which is strange because this hedge has been in here for 12 years. So anyways, I have an at last rose that we put in here. And then I cut down the rest of the hedge. I don't even think you can see it. That is not part of the hedge. That is a rose that is getting dug out because that is a bad multiflora rose that keeps invading everywhere in this town. So anyways, I cut them all back, and I'm hoping that they will rebound and come up with lots of new growth. And I cut them all back because it looked like the first 3 had totally died. The grass is dead, the weeds are dead, everything died. Anyways, we'll keep you updated. This is what the roses looked like before I cut them down. Now, obviously, I need to go and cut this one down. I forgot about that the hedge went through this side of the garden. Anyways, I'll be cutting that right back too. If you were with this channel last year, you might remember that I planted this hill up with hydrangeas. Here it is. This is the 1-year update. Everything's growing well. We even have a volunteer poppy that hitched along with another root of a hydrangea that I planted. I did put in some knockout roses at the bottom, and then 3 David Austin roses, and everything looks great. I'll stand back so you can see. Here's a quick update on the seed snails that I did for my winter sowing. As you can see, most of them were a success. Some of them didn't even germinate. And I don't think that's the cause of the seed snail. I think it was just the seeds, maybe. But I've got a lot of plants that are going to be divided and some given to the garden club for the sale. And then the rest will go up into the meadow. But I think it was a success. And I will do it again. Those are black hollyhocks. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.